So week 1 here in the NFL. Today we got Joe Burrow making his NFL debut against Tyrod Taylor and his Los Angeles Chargers. Here comes the Bengals here in their home stadium with the home field advantage. Here comes the Chargers. This one should be a good one. Joe Burrow obviously like to air it out at LSU with that dynamic offense, and then this Chargers defense looked really good in the preseason, so it could be very interesting. But let's get right into the action here. Week 1. Kickoff underway. They boot it down deep. And it's going to be Desmond King on the return, taking this one from the 1-yard line. Desmond King going to bring it back up past the 25, all the way up to the 27-yard line. And we're going to get our first look this year at Tyrod Taylor and the Chargers offense. Tyrod Taylor takes the snap. He hands it off to Austin Ekeler. Ekeler rushes, gets a good hole, and Ekeler gets all the way up to the 40-yard line. 13-yard gain with the first carry of the 2020-2021 season. Taylor here, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. On their own 40, he takes a snap. He's got a chance to air it out. He's going to use his legs. Tyrod Taylor has a hole. He takes it for a 21-yard gain. 2 rushes back-to-back, very successful for the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor here, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Takes the snap, sits back, nothing opens, and he throws an interception, trying to get it to the rookie Joe Reed. That's intercepted by Wilson. Now it's going to be our chance to see Joe Burrow for the first time this year and the first time of his career. Burrow getting ready to take his first snap as a Bengal. Here we go. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow scrambles, finds a guy underneath. That's a fumble, and that's going to be Chris Harris Jr. on the recovery. Chris Harris Jr. has an opportunity, gets it all the way back up to their own 38. The Chargers defense coming up big after they throw an interception. Tyrod Taylor here, now with an opportunity to rectify his interception from earlier. He has Mike Williams. He overthrows Mike Williams, and Mike Williams had a lot of green grass in between him and the end zone. Tyrod Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Ekeler. Ekeler gets about a gain of 8 there on 2nd down. 3rd and 2 here for the Chargers and company. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Ekeler. Ekeler gets up the middle, another gain of 9. Ekeler having a really solid start to today. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Ekeler again. Ekeler hits a juke. Ekeler trying to power his way, gets 4 yards there. Tyrod Taylor here, 2nd and 6, empty backfield. Takes the snap, waiting for something to happen. Throws it underneath to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry up to the 6-yard line. Tyrod Taylor here, ready to take the snap. 1st and goal. It's a reverse. Tyrod Taylor doesn't lead block, and that lets Taylor Gabriel get stopped for a loss of 3 yards. You got to block if you're Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, 2nd and goal, takes the snap. Delivers it to Patton. Nobody in front of Patton. Patton gets in the end zone for the first score of the season. Michael Bagley getting ready to hit his extra point. It is going to be up, and it is going to be good. Chargers take the lead 7-0. Bagley getting ready to kick the ball off here. He does indeed boot it. This is going to be pinned into the back, and they're going to return this one. It's going to be brought back out to the 21-yard line. Probably not the wisest idea there by Phillips. The 2nd drive of Joe Burrow's career. Last time it wasn't even his fault. Let's see what he can do now. Throws it. That's tough. Burrow, 2nd and 2 here. Hands this one off to Mixon. Not many people left in front of him. There's a flag on the play. And you see Derwin James talking a little bit of smack there to Mixon. But there is a penalty, and it's going to come back. 2nd and 8 here for Joe Burrow and company. Burrow tells his receiver to shift. Burrow sits back, scrambles to his right, throws it up. That's intercepted by Nick Vigil. Did he get his feet in? It looks like he did. The Chargers steal the possession. Tyrod Taylor here, 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to scramble out to his right. He needs a block. He doesn't get the block from Eckler, and he only gets 2 yards there on 1st down. Tyrod Taylor here, 2nd and 8. Takes the snap. Scrambles. Sees Mike Williams. Gets it to Mike Williams. Gain of 6 there for Mike Williams. 3rd and 2 here for the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor takes a snap. Hands it off to Eckler. Eckler able to fight for the 6 yards and the 1st down. Another 1st down opportunity here for Tyrod Taylor and company. Tyrod takes the snap. Sits back, sees Hunter Henry, gets it to him, and that's going to be another 1st down. 10 yards gained from Henry. Tyrod Taylor going to take the snap here to end out the 1st quarter. Gives it to Eckler, and that's actually stopped by Geno Atkins. 2nd and 12 here for Tyrod Taylor to start off the 2nd quarter. Gives it to Eckler. Eckler able to get about 4 yards, and Carl Lawson down with an injury on the Cincinnati side of things. Tyrod Taylor, 3rd and 9. He's going to scramble to his right. Has Hunter Henry close to the end zone. That's batted away. The Chargers forced to take a field goal here. Will Bagley be able to get it in? It is up, and it looks all but good. And there's actually a flag. It's going to be a roughing the kicker. There might be. And, Darius Phillips actually cost his team. The Chargers are going to be able to get another chance to score a touchdown here with the mistake there by Phillips. 1st and 10 following the roughing the kicker penalty. Tyrod Taylor hands it off to Eckler. Eckler fights for the extra yards, and he gets a touchdown. 9-yard rush there by Austin Eckler. His 1st touchdown of the season. Here for the point after. Bagley kicks it. It's up, and it is good. 14-0 here pretty early in this game. Bagley getting ready to punt it away here to get. Phillips takes the knee in the back of the end zone that time. He realized his lesson from last time. This is the 3rd time we're seeing Burrow. 2 mistakes in a row offensively costed him, and not much difference here. Tries to catch him off guard, and it does not work. 2nd and 11 here for the Bengals. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow has a guy underneath. That's Uzama. They rip it from Uzama. Kenneth Murray does, and Uzama ends up coming back up with it. The Bengals in need of 1 yard to get this drive going. They hand it off. He's able to fight. Joe Mixon is. He gets 3. He needed 1. He got himself 3 yards. Burrow getting ready here. About 6 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Going for a screen pass. Catches the Chargers off guard. And that's going to have to be Duran James coming in for the tackle after the 1st down. Burrow starting to find his way here. They give it to Mixon, and Mixon isn't able to find his way. Burrow here, 2nd and 10. An opportunity. Delivers it over the middle. That's to A.J. Green, the veteran. Gets to the 35-yard line. They're now in field goal range. You can tell Burrow has a different tempo to him now after his first 2 drives. He's starting to ease into it a little bit. Burrow delivers the pass over the middle. A little wobbly, but it's to Tyler Boyd for the 1st down. Burrow marching his way downfield. Delivers that one. That's completed. Burrow now inside his own 10 with his first opportunity to really showcase why they took him number 1. Bounce off Mixon, and Nasir Adderley going to come in to stop him there. 3rd and 4. Burrow here, 3rd and 4, his first time being in the red zone. Will he pay out and get a touchdown here? Burrow scrambles. Burrow takes too long, and that's the second-year man, Jerry Tillery, out of Notre Dame. The Bengals forced to take their 3 here. The Chargers keeping them humble offensively after a long drive from Burrow. Colquitt getting ready to kick it off to the Chargers. This one is going to be returned by Desmond King. Desmond King brings it out. He gets to about the 26-yard line there on that return. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Hands it off to Joe Reed. Joe Reed up to the 29-yard line. Gets 3 there. And the Chargers are going to let the clock go until the 2-minute warning here in the first half. We are back from the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 2nd and 7. Tyrod Taylor takes the snap. Tyrod Taylor being rushed. Tyrod Taylor forced to throw it away. And Taylor Gabriel, I think he lost sight of where the ball was. 3rd and 7 here for the Chargers with 1:55 remaining in the first half. Hands it off to Eckler. Eckler trying to fight. Can't quite get there. Gets 6 yards. I think he needed 7. And they're going to have to give the ball back to the Bengals. Ty Long getting ready to punt it back to the Bengals. He boots this one. Davis gonna be all over Phillips there on the return. Burrow looking to get something going heading into half. Already came out with 3 last possession. Burrow trying this time. Screen. Mixon ends up getting 3 yards out of it. Looks like it was going to be a sack, and it wasn't. And now the Bengals are running the hurry up. Burrow scrambles again. This time Desmond King tries to get the blitz, and Burrow throws a risky pass, and it looks like there's a penalty on Burrow. Joe Burrow forced to be in a 3rd and long here. Burrow hands it off, and that's going to be Linval Joseph all over Joe Mixon, but Joe Mixon somehow stays up, but it's met real quick by Jerry Tillery and company. Dustin Colquitt here punts it away to Desmond King. Desmond King wrapped up real early by Darius Phillips. 1st and 10 here. Tyrod Taylor looking to possibly get something. He overthrows Joe Reed. Joe Reed had his man beat. 2nd and 10 here for Tyrod Taylor. He takes the snap. He's going to scramble. He's going to lob this one deep. Taylor Gabriel down there. It's batted away. 3rd and 10 here for the Chargers. Taylor takes the snap. Taylor's going to scramble out to his right. He's not going to find anything. Trying to fight his way for the extra yards. Gets 9. He needed 10. The Chargers once again coming out empty. Forced to punt it away. Ty Long is going to boot this one back. Darius Phillips going to have a chance to return this. Davis all over him once again at the 15-yard line. Darius Phillips has not had any time in the return game. Joe Burrow just looking to get some momentum going into the half. Burrow takes the snap. He's going to scramble out to his right. Joey Bosa can't get there. Drew Quinquill can. He stops him at the 20-yard line, and I think the Bengals are accepting their fate. They are not going to call a timeout, and we're going into halftime. 14-3, the Bengals cannot find it offensively in terms of getting to the end zone. The Chargers, on the other hand, they've been on point here so far. We'll see you after the break. We are back here in the second half. It's going to be Bagley kicking it off here, and Darius Phillips not going to get the opportunity to return this one. Burrow here trying to put the bad taste out of his mouth from the first half. Takes the snap, delivers it quick. That's a quick completion and gain some momentum there to Tyler Boyd. 8-yard gain for Burrow. Burrow here, 2nd and 2. Looks like it's going to be a handoff. It is a handoff. Joe Mixon gets it. I think he only got 1 yard out of that. One here for the Bengals. All they need is 1 yard. They're going to hand it off to their guy, Joe Mixon, who gets 5. Joe Mixon struggled, but he's got the first downs when they needed him. Burrow here, getting ready to take the snap. 1st and 10, pump fake. That's a handoff to Mixon, and Drew Tranquil is not falling for that one. Loss of 2. Here, getting ready to take the snap. Does take the snap. He's waiting. He throws it underneath to Mixon. Missed tackle. Another missed tackle. And that's all the way up to the 48-yard line on the other side of the 50. Burrow needs to start feeling that momentum he felt earlier. Burrow throws it underneath again. That's to Uzama. Uzama gonna get 6 out of it. Burrow starting to piece together a good drive. He hands this one off to Mixon. Mixon not finding much room today. Does get 2 though. 3rd and 2 here for the Bengals. Burrow with Mixon in the backfield. Does not even think about handing it to Mixon. And he throws it there. Almost intercepted. The Bengals are getting desperate. 4th and 2 here in the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes remaining. The Bengals opting to go for it. They're going to throw it up, and A.J. Green making the circus catch for the 1st down and continuing this drive. Handoff there, and Joe Mixon just not finding anything. That's another one from Kenneth Murray. Joe Burrow, 2nd and 11 here. Hands this one off. That's actually going to be better than anything that has really happened for Joe Mixon. 3rd and 5 after the 6-yard gain there by Williams. Steps back, and that's Linval Joseph, the veteran defensive tackle, with the sack there on the rookie. Opting to play it safe, taking his 3 points. Very respectable decision there by Ryan Day. And that's going to be up, and that is going to be good for the Bengals. 1 possession game. Dustin Colquitt getting ready to kick it back to the Chargers. Desmond King going to be able to return this one yet again today. They're not scared of Desmond King. Desmond King able to get it back up to about the 35-yard line there. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Taylor takes the snap. Taylor gonna throw it underneath to Joe Reed. Joe Reed able to break a tackle. Joe Reed able to get to the 46-yard line on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Taylor takes the snap. He's gonna have Mike Williams. Mike Williams drops it. He breaks that 1 tackle and he's gone. 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. They're going to hand it off to Eckler. Eckler going to get a hole. Eckler going to get about 12 yards out of it. Tyrod Taylor here ready to take the snap. He throws it. He leads his man, and that's intercepted. He tried to get Mike Williams in the end zone. That's intercepted by Jesse Bates. Joe Burrow, he's marched down the field and got him a field goal last possession. Can he do the same here? Throws it in the backfield to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon with a big stiff arm to one of the best safeties in the league, Derwin James. And Kenneth Murray going to have to finish up the tackle that just was not there for Derwin James. Joe Burrow starting to build up some momentum offensively. He steps back. He delivers it over the middle to Tyler Boyd, who seems to be one of his more favored receivers today. 2nd and 4 here for Joe Burrow and company. And Burrow mistimed there with Uzama. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 heading into the 4th quarter. Joe Burrow getting ready to start off the 4th quarter here. Burrow takes the snap. He's going to sit back. He does hit up his guy for 2 yards. But Uzama going to fall out. Dustin Colquitt forced to punt here. Don't want to take the risk of the Chargers going up 2 possessions. Desmond King going to be returning this one yet again. They're not scared of Desmond King. Desmond King gets up to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor given some time. He's going to try to get it away, and he does get it away. 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. Tyrod Taylor takes a snap. He hands this one off to Eckler. Eckler has a hole. Eckler fighting for his yards. Gets 9. 1 yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 here for the Chargers. Taylor takes the snap, hands it off to Eckler. Eckler bounces in, bounces out, gets 3 yards, and keeps the drive going. 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. Taylor takes the snap. Taylor gonna scramble out to his right. Taylor gonna bounce back in. He's gonna get a first down, gain of 11. Tyrod Taylor here, another 1st and 10. Takes the snap. He sees a man fall. And nothing opens up. He feels the pressure. 5 for 15. Very rough for Tyrod Taylor. It's been a rough day through the air for Taylor. Doesn't matter because he hands it off to Eckler. Eckler has a hole. Nobody there. 49 yards. Goodbye. Good night. Bang. Austin Eckler all the way to the end zone. Bagley getting ready for the PAT. He kicks this one. It's up and it is good. Up by 15 here in the 4th quarter. Bagley gonna boot this one. He got some good leg into this one. It is gonna... We'll see what Phillips decides to do. He doesn't risk it this time around. We saw a similar kick earlier where he did bring it out. Joe Burrow needs to get something going. He needs to score a touchdown this drive. Burrow takes a snap. He's waiting. He has a man underneath. Only gets about 3 yards out of it. 2nd and 7 here for Joe Burrow. Burrow getting ready to take a snap. Tries to run a screen. It works. There's Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, a big stiff arm. That's once again knocking Derwin James on his feet. Joe Mixon hasn't been able to do anything in the run game, but on those screen plays he has. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow scrambles. Burrow finds Joe Mixon, who's been really good in the receiving game. Very poor in the running game. Burrow here trying to get anything going. 2nd and 5 for the Bengals. He steps back. He delivers it over the middle. Tyler Boyd finds a hole. Tyler Boyd able to get all the way up to the 27-yard line. Joe Burrow on the edge of possibly putting together a touchdown drive here. Empty backfield for Burrow. Burrow takes the snap. Burrow delivers this one quick. Once again to Boyd, his favorite receiver today. Close to a first down. Not a first down, however. Joe Burrow has been marching down the field today. And Joe Burrow, 2nd and 1, hands it off to Mixon. And Mixon has not been looking good here against this Chargers rushing defense. 3rd and 4 here for Burrow and the Bengals. Burrow takes the snap. He does give the handoff, and that time it's going to be Joe Mixon getting the first down. 7-yard gain. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the game. Joe Burrow has 2 minutes left to score twice. They got to score quickly. Burrow steps back, delivers quickly. That's Boyd. You figured it would happen. And who better than his favorite receiver of the day, Tyler Boyd, to catch the very first touchdown pass of Joe Burrow's career. And as you can see, Coach Lynn's over there hyping up his guys offensively to get them to focus here in the final minutes. Bullock getting ready for the PAT to make it a 1-possession game. It is up and it is good. We have an 8-point ball game on our hands. The Bengals do have all their timeouts. They're still in this one. Colquitt gonna decide to punt this one deep. It's gonna be King around the 1-yard line. King gonna return this one. King not able to do much with it. Gets to the 23. That's about it. The Chargers, they just have to run the clock. They own this game. The ball is in their court. Taylor takes the handoff. It's to Eckler. And he bounces in for about a 3-yard gain. We see a timeout there by the Bengals. A first down ends this ball game. They just got to get there. Handoff to Eckler. Eckler going to run through him to the 30-yard line. 4-yard gain. They need to get one here. 3rd and 4. The Bengals have one more chance. They stop them here, they got a chance. If not, the Chargers walk out of week 1 the victors. Taylor takes the snap. He hands it off to the outside. And Eckler stopped at the 30. They're going to be forced to give the Bengals a chance. Ty Long forced to give the ball back to the Bengals. Ty Long hits this one. Not a very good punt. Face on! Face on with the big hit. Michael Davis on the recovery. And the Chargers defense is going to win them this ball game. The forced fumble is all she will write. And now they just got to get the clock situation managed. They're going to run this one. Eckler right up the middle to the 25-yard line. And this one is all but over. One more knee should do it here for Tyrod Taylor and company. He takes the knee, and that is going to be all she wrote. The Chargers coming out victorious, wins this game by 8 points. Who would have guessed the defense would have won the game? The special teams. Brandon Faison ends up coming with the big stop there. The forced fumble from Darius Phillips, and it wins the Chargers tonight's game. 21-13. As you can see, the Chargers actually did struggle in the passing game, but they obliterated when it came to rushing the football. They had 3 takeaways and 5.8 yards per play. The Bengals, on Joe Burrow's debut, disappoint in front of their own crowd, and you can see Joe Burrow obviously frustrated that he didn't get an opportunity to win today's game. He had the chance to make himself into a star. We're here with the stats of the first game of the season. We have Joe Burrow, 22 completions out of 25 attempts, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, with an 88% completion rating for 223 yards. A very solid performance by the rookie. Joe Burrow's got a great future ahead of him. And then on the Chargers side of things, not so hot passing the football. 5 for 15, a 33% completion rate for only 56 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Not a very good performance by Tyrod Taylor in the air. But what was a good performance was the 17 rushing attempts from Austin Eckler for 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then we had Joe Mixon for 10 for 10. He couldn't get much going. Tyrod Taylor, he did get a lot going when he used his feet. He had 6 attempts for 41 yards. Trayveon Williams had 1 for 5. Joe Reed had a rushing attempt for 3 yards. Taylor Gabriel, -3 yards on 1 attempt. Tyler Boyd, -1 yard on 1 attempt. And Joe Burrow showing off his mobility as a quarterback with 1 attempt for 5 yards. And the receiving side of things, Joe Mixon leading the game in terms of receptions, tied with Tyler Boyd actually. 64 yards off of 7 receptions. No touchdowns for him. Tyler Boyd, though, did get a touchdown off of 89 yards and 7 receptions. CJ Uzomah, 4 receptions for 27 yards. No touchdowns for him. Hunter Henry, 2 receptions for 22 yards. AJ Green, 2 receptions for 33 yards. Alex Erickson, 1 for 3 yards. Joe Reed, 1 for 19 yards. Auden Tate, 1 for 7 yards. Mike Williams, 1 for 6. And Andre Patton, 1 for 9. Defensively, Drew Tranquill led the game in total tackles with 8. Darren Lee, a close second with 7. Sean Williams had 6. Kenneth Murray had 6. Mackenzie Alexander had 4. Derwin James had 6. Nasir Adderley had 5. Desmond King had 3. Michael Davis had 3. Denzel Perryman had 2. Chris Harris had 6. Von Bell had 4. Cethan Carter had 1. Jerry Tillery had 1. Geno Atkins had 4. William Jackson III had 2. Trey Waynes had 3. Joe Mixon had 1. Brandon Faison with the biggest tackle of the game, forcing the fumble to win tonight's game. Cameron Rake with 1. Renell Wren with 1. Uchenna Nwosu with 1. Darius Phillips with 1. Linval Joseph with 3. Joe Reed even got a tackle. Brandon Wilson with a tackle. LaShawn Sims with a tackle. Melvin Ingram III with a tackle. Joey Bosa, actually not a very productive day, only had 2 tackles. Sam Hubbard with a tackle. Jermaine Pratt with a tackle. Carl Lawson with a tackle. 3 tackles from Casey Hayward. 1 tackle from Kaiser White. 1 tackle from Gabe Neighbors. And 2 tackles from Jesse Bates. Now for tackles for loss. We had 3 tackles for loss from Drew Tranquil. Denzel Perryman had 2, Cameron Wake with 1, Joey Bosa with 1, Linval Joseph with 1, Nasir Adderley with 1, Desmond King with 1, Geno Atkins with 1, and Mackenzie Alexander with 1. For sacks, we had Linval Joseph and Jerry Tillery both getting on the board for sacks. Interceptions, Nick Vigil, Logan Wilson, and Jesse Bates all got interceptions, but the forced fumbles is what changed the game. Brandon Faison with the biggest forced fumble of the season so far to win this game. Kenneth Murray forced a fumble, and Derwin James forced a fumble. And Chris Harris Jr. recovered a fumble. But that was it for week 1. We will see you next week for week 2. Should be an interesting one, but for right now, it has been real. I'll see you guys in the next video.